All right, guys. The Ravens are running out the clock to my right. Minute left, and they're just kneeing out the football. But this game today really kind of put a big spotlight on this this trend with this team right now. I've talked about it before. Other people have tweeted about it. I'm not the first person to say this. It's pretty obvious when you watch the team. But this Seahawks team cannot win a game unless Wilson plays great. Wilson has to be almost perfect for us to win games. And sometimes he has to be perfect for us to even have a chance to win this game. But through about 37, 38 minutes, it looked like we had a chance to prove something. I really thought that this team was actually going to prove that sentiment wrong a little bit. And on a day where the weather and a mental error on Wilson's part and receivers dropping passes and so on had Wilson looking not so good, it looked like we had a chance to actually go out there and win a game that Wilson did not earn. That we had a chance to go get this W through defense and just smart, disciplined, intelligent football. And at that point, things really went off the rails, and we saw exactly what I've been talking about. This team, we are the Seattle Wilsons. We have nothing else, and when he's bad, we cannot win a game. And today, Wilson was bad. I'm not really going to be mad at him. There's that strikes me as completely pointless because he is the whole team, and there have been several games already this year where he's carried us. He did play bad. I mean, the pick six was atrocious, a terrible decision, a terrible throw, just the kind of stuff we haven't seen from him this year. He made a bunch of other bad throws that he was lucky there wasn't a bigger disaster on. His touchdown pass came on a broken play where I don't know if he was even trying to hit lock it on that play so much as he was trying to avoid the sack. But I can't be mad at him after what he's done through the first six games, but it would be fair to say he was bad. Carson was bad too. I mean, 3 yards a carry. He kept trying to bounce it to the outside, and he would lose yardage on a lot of those plays. He had a lot of negative carries. Did not have a single carry over 10 yards all game. Just not a good game from Carson either. So when you add those two things together, you would say, oh, this team has no chance of winning. And that is the problem. That's the problem I have with this team right now. So we had a chance to prove that wrong, and everything just went to hell after Pete Carroll tried that stupid ass 53-yard field goal in the rain on a 4th and 3. This is okay. Wow, the Bears game is still going. Holy shit. Yeah, at least we're not the Bears, right? At least we have a quarterback. But to me, anyway, everything went off the rails when Pete Carroll tried that stupid ass 53-yard field goal in the rain on 4th and 3. If there's any anger I really have in this game, it's on Pete Carroll for that horrible decision that everybody watching that game and every fan of this team immediately knew was just a terrible idea. I mean, we did this same shit against the Rams, and look where that got us. We were very, very lucky to win that game. And if we had lost that game, it would have come down to that decision. He doesn't learn from it. So why is he going to learn from it next week or the week after, you know? But yeah, after that, the defense, which I thought the defense was playing good football through the first 38 minutes of this game, the defense just got blown off the field. Could not stop Lamar Jackson at all. He made them look stupid. As Seahawks fans, we are lucky that Mark Andrews had the worst game of his life because honestly, a lot of the stops we got on defense, a lot of the good plays we got on defense were made possible by Mark Andrews dropping an easy catch. But after the field goal miss by Myers, it was just, third down. We can't tackle Lamar Jackson. He just outruns our defense. Really made our front seven look slow in this game. I mean, our front seven looked like they were running in quicksand, and it is time to question a lot of those guys, even the guys that we know and love as being longtime superstars on this defense. Really, even even I hate to say it, but like Bobby Wagner does not look like he's quite the same guy. And I'm not saying he had a bad game today. He had a good game, but he is not the same dominant linebacker that he has been for a long time, I don't think. Um, yeah. So after that, we gave up the touchdown drive. A 3rd and 15. We had them in 3rd and 15. The game was still fine. Everything was going good. We had a chance. And then we give up a 13-yard run on 3rd and 15, which opens the door for them to go for it on 4th down. They get it, score the touchdown. And at that point, I was like, at that point, I was this close to mailing it in. I really thought that was kind of a ball game because I did not believe that our offense in that weather would be able to score twice. But yeah, basically that's the story of this game for me. This team came very close. I mean, it was 13-13, and we were driving the ball. We had the ball at around like the 35-yard line of Baltimore. It was tied. Wilson had not played good. I mean, even the interception was bad, but everything else was bad too. But we had a chance to win a game despite that, and that would have been so big for people like me because I know that Wilson's not going to be perfect in every game. And I need to see something from this team that tells me that we can win a game regardless, that we can win a game with our defense and special teams, and didn't happen. But I can't be too mad at this loss. I don't think there's very much to get mad at. The only anger I have is for Pete Carroll for trying that stupid field goal. And I will say this, after that game was over, after the game was effectively over, I mean, I still, even though the defense didn't play terrible, tackling's not good, the angles are not good. Tedrick Thompson once again makes a terrible, terrible play at the safety spot, giving up a 50-yarder where he just looks so slow. Kendrick's missing more tackles, of course. I know the team's 5-2. I know you can't do anything drastic right now, but I'm really looking at Ken Norton Jr. in a game where, by the way, I don't know. I know you can't fire anybody right now, and I know the defense is not even the reason why we lost this game, but we've gone 3 weeks without a real sack. We had 1 sack today because Lamar Jackson fell down because he slipped on the wet field. We have 1 sack in 3 weeks, and the 1 sack we got was bullcrap. Somebody needs to get fired over that, guys. We have good players. We made a big trade to go get a big-time pass rusher. And by the way, Clowney, I'm not here to hate on Clowney. Clowney played a great game today. I got no beef with the game that Clowney played. He had several great plays in the backfield. He had several pressures on Jackson, and he honestly did a good job of getting the ball out quickly when he was under duress. But you can't get a sack on when you've got. I know Anza was out today, and that's not surprising. Ziggy Anza was always going to be a health liability for this team. But I really just feel like somebody needs to get fired for how bad this pass rush is and how bad this tackling is. And again, they were not the reason why we lost today. We lost today because Wilson was bad. The weather, I think, the weather was probably a big factor in that. Receivers really couldn't get open. The Ravens secondary played very physically, and our receivers had trouble getting open, especially Luke Wilson, who did not get separation all day. Chris Carson had a bad game. That's really why we lost. And then, of course, 2 defensive touchdowns. Of course, you're not going to win very many games when you're donating points like that. But I don't know. I just can't believe how soft this defense really looks sometimes. Ravens came in here today and just punched us in the mouth, and this video is fucking all over the place. But it's a weird game. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna get mad at Wilson. He sucked today, but everyone's entitled to a bad game every now and then, and he's been carrying this team for the first month and a half. But Jesus Christ, it just kind of really accentuates the problem. This is the Seattle Wilsons. We are not the Seattle Seahawks. We are the Seattle Wilsons. And, there are other players on this team who are good, but they're not good enough to win or lose to win games. Jadeveon Clowney has had, in my opinion, a really good season so far, but he can't win games by himself. Nobody on this defense can win games by themselves. I mean, we saw some good players and good plays out there today. I mean, Marquise Blair, I thought he played great. Dude was fired up. The dude made plays on the ball. The dude was always around the ball. I loved what I saw from Blair. Trey Flowers, I thought, had several good plays today. I was really happy about what I saw from him. Like I said, Clowney had a good game. I thought Puna made some nice plays. Al Woods made a couple nice plays. But individually, those guys cannot go out there and win the game by themselves. They're not Lawrence Taylor. Wilson is the guy who can do that, and today he didn't do it. And the units as a whole cannot step up to elevate us when he's down. And that's really frustrating because a few years ago we had a team that could win a game where Wilson did nothing. A few years ago we could have a game where Russell Wilson threw 4 interceptions and we could still win the game in the NFC title game. And now we don't. The front seven is good, but it's not athletic anymore, and Lamar Jackson really made them look old as hell today. The secondary, we got good players in the secondary, but they don't ball hawk. They don't take the ball away. Today we really could have used a turnover. It didn't happen. Carson, look, I mean, he did not have a good game today, and I don't see Carson as the kind of running back who can take a game on his shoulders and win it single-handedly anyway. Offensive line, I thought, played okay today. They probably played about as good as you could expect given all the guys they were missing, but none of those units are good enough to carry a game by themselves. And that's what makes this so sad, because Wilson is playing at an MVP clip, and he has a very good chance of winning MVP this season. It's probably going to come down to him, Aaron Rodgers, and Christian McCaffrey. And I don't think it's going to be McCaffrey. But we have a team that is only going to win as many games as Wilson plays amazing in. And for Seahawks fans who have been around for even a handful of years, you know that it hasn't always been like this. Okay, I'm going to try to live stream during the Sunday Night Football game, maybe. I'm not sure. You guys can come and we'll talk it out. But, yeah. We were so close to proving something. We were really close to really making a statement to tell me that this team was actually Super Bowl worthy. And it didn't happen. Didn't happen. All right. Peace out. Go Hawks. I'm going to watch the end of this Bears game, which somehow the Bears have the ball again. All right. See you guys later.